The music is corny, it sucks, it's not everybody is that happy. Whee! You know, and let's sing about my broken heart.
Alright guys, so everyone is talking all about Eminem bringing back the Slim Shady disses in his new side B of his album that just got released. Mumble rappers are heated reacting to disses of Slim Shady.
That was him. In the back. Ooh. It was him.
We don't like snitches.
So stay tuned, we'll show you how they reacted. Trust me, you want to see this. But first,
do you want to win any of these items on your screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
The song that destroyed mumble rappers' careers with a few lines from Slim Shady. Homicide is very much a call out on the new age of rappers who refer to themselves as mumble rappers, i.e. guys like 6ix9ine, Lil Pump, Migos, you know the guys.
You need to start listening.
Other rappers who are popular, like Nicki Minaj, have also been associated with mumble rap in some capacity over the years, you know, with collaborations and things like that. So why are Logic and Eminem so bent on trying to take down this particular genre of rap? Simple. They hate it. They straight up hate it. They don't like it. They hate everything about it and what it stands for.
I couldn't move. My mom ain't no county down there. I was crying. I'm in the other room.
Guys like Logic, Eminem, Drake, J. Cole, and more fall into what is known as lyrical rappers, meaning that their songs aren't just tracks for people to listen to, they're stories for people to get engrossed in. In fact, Eminem is hailed as one of the best rappers ever because of all the stories he's told, including fan favorite Stan, which I am a huge fan of. I love that song. Another one that's really popular and well known is Lose Yourself, and of course he has many more other than that. He believes in making every song matter and telling a story through them to connect with the fans. Sure enough, Logic is the same way. Granted, he's not as big as Eminem, but he's made his mark on the genre, and Homicide is their way of saying that lyrical rap is always going to be better than mumble rap.
I remember those days, those hard times made me who I am. You want respect? Go get you, Stan.
And to an extent, they're already proven correct. As noted, Eminem is one of the best and biggest rappers around, and you guys know it. He's a lyrical rapper. Drake is another major star in the rap industry, and he's also a lyrical rapper. Jay-Z, Diddy, Snoop Dogg, and more who are larger-than-life personalities started their careers in rap as lyrical rappers. These guys are huge legends in the game, and guess what? They're all lyrical rappers. They're all storytellers.
Those is Mondays.
Going back.
That's Monday.
That's Monday.
Okay, where your Tuesday joint?
Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
Wednesday. Thursday. Friday.
In contrast, while many mumble rappers are popular, like 6ix9ine, Lil Pump, and a couple others that I'm sure you guys know, their successes pale in comparison to the lyrical rappers most times. They don't even come close to touching them. And Logic and Eminem made it clear in Homicide what they felt like with verses like this one. I'm foaming at the mouth, ain't nobody taking me out. Every single rapper in the industry, yeah, they know what I'm about. And I dare you to test me, cause not a single one of you mother effers impressed me. And maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I'm full of innovation. Guys, this is a shot across the bow, if you will. It's Logic calling out all those who would dare say that he's not one of the best in the industry. He's stating point blank period that a lot of people in the rap industry, especially the mumble rappers, just aren't creative. Straight up that they aren't trying to push the industry in a meaningful way.
Because I really do that shit. I'm true to the streets. Can you get me off?
That they're just trying to make money and better themselves instead of making good content, good music, good stories for people to relate to and listen to. What's more, while mumble rap may be growing as a subgenre as it's called, if you look at the charts, lyrical rappers are still owning the day in their own way by being best-selling singers with hit singles. Guys like Lil Pump and 6ix9ine have had some success, but again, they aren't anywhere near close to the numbers of the sales that Drake or Eminem or even Logic have done. And Eminem for real isn't having any of it either. Listen to this. Jig is up, you effers who didn't write anything, or getting washed ligga like bathing. Young Hova, I know hitters like Yankees. Gun toters that pull triggers like crazy. Unloading leave you shot up in your Rover. Your body goes limp and slumps over, like a rod in a mouth lol, but he just homered. Whoa. I mean, just listen to that. Eminem makes it loud and clear how he doesn't have any respect for those who don't make their own music or those who think that they're all that in a bag of chips when it's plain and clear that they just aren't. The song is meant to kill off this genre, literally. And while it's fair to say that this won't actually happen because mumble rappers, of course, never back down, they're too stubborn or they believe in their own hype way too much, the point they're trying to make is clear. And as proof that their message came across, the collaboration isn't just a hit song, it was #1 #1 trending song on YouTube after it was released, and it became a #1 song not too long after it was revealed to the world. So they're getting their message across, and the people, the listeners, they're accepting it. And this was just one thing that Eminem did to insult and diss mumble rappers. If you're looking for more individual disses, then we got you covered, best believe. So let's start out with this one. Number 5, 6ix9ine.
Even if I could, it would all be great. Put your picture on my wall.
Despite being one of the ringleaders of the mumble rap movement, Eminem didn't take the time to diss 6ix9ine for a very long time, believe it or not. Not even when he came out and did Kamikaze, which insulted a bunch of mumble rappers. Literally, the list is insane, it's so long. So why didn't he take the time to do it then? This can be taken as one of two ways. One, he simply left him out because he couldn't think of a good diss, or that he didn't want to diss him, which I highly doubt. Or the second option, that 6ix9ine was so beneath Eminem that he didn't deserve to get name dropped on his return album. Believe that, because that's what I think happened. I think Eminem thinks 6ix9ine isn't even worth his time. Given the ability Eminem has to weave disses, we're thinking it was reason number 2. Don't you agree that's more than likely? Which apparently did not sit well with 6ix9ine, because not long after Kamikaze dropped, 6ix9ine and a certain other actor decided to start a situation with Eminem. 6ix9ine dropped an Instagram video where he dropped lyrics over an instrumental of one of Eminem's most popular songs. You guys know it, Lose Yourself. You thought right when you ain't dissed me, I'm a lyrical legend, I know they miss me. All you mumble rap kids, colorful hair, can't compare to the lyrical phenomenal that's right here.
You sit the down.
He begins. I mean, where do we even start with this? How about with the fact that 6ix9ine is most definitely not a lyrical legend? In fact, he can't even compare to some of the other mumble rappers you're gonna see on this list. He gained all of his fame through controversy, and that eventually bit him because his antics landed him in jail, which made him a snitch. Well, a snitch to get out of it, which got him blacklisted in the rap community, and his past sins are still catching up with him because now he's being sued.
She did it! She's the one you want! Alright, I was just sitting at home watching cartoons. Hey, I am not going to jail for you or anybody else. I have done nothing bad my entire life.
Pretty much everyone hates him and can't wait for him to get back in jail by his own hand or be taken care of by his enemies, who most certainly want him taken out of the picture. Now fast forward to not too long ago, and Eminem finally did give a diss about 6ix9ine, noting that a girl said Eminem was trash, but she listens to Tekashi. It's short, but it gets the job done. It's a burn, and one that's so well deserved. 6ix9ine not only is trash, but he's just plain terrible. He does nothing that doesn't make him happy or helps improve his status. And while it's true that he hasn't responded to the side B track that features him, it's only a matter of time, because 6ix9ine loves to go after big name rappers in hopes that he himself can get big off them. Cheap move if you ask me, but that's what 6ix9ine is all about, and we know it's gonna happen, we just don't know when. Number 4, Migos. Guys, look at the rap game right now, and you won't see that many groups trying to make a big impact. The one that was the biggest in recent times would be Migos, 3 guys from the same family who used a unique form of rap to get fame. You might think that Eminem, having been in a rap group himself once in his career way back, would be fine with a group and, like 6ix9ine, give him a pass. But you better believe he didn't do that at all. In fact, he doesn't like them, period, because of their song style. Mainly because it's pure mumble rap, almost to an extreme, as you'll see and likely already know. So much so that he decided to diss the group by actually mimicking one of their song styles from a hit track. Brain Dead, Eye Drops, Pain Meds, They Bed, iPod, Maybach, Maybach, Trainwrecks, Sidewalks, Payless, High Tops, K-Fed, IHOP, Playtex, Ice Spot.
Would you like some aloe vera? You just got burned.
Migos has a bit of just stringing random words together. This is an affront to someone like Eminem, who desires perfection with every single lyric and verse that he has. Thus, it's not exactly kosher, if you will, to Eminem, because that's a lame kind of writing in terms of songs. Migos as a group isn't actually on top like they probably should be, and not long after Kamikaze, things seem to fall apart on them. Not because of the album, to be clear. Their first 2 albums, called Culture and Culture 2, were actually #1 hits on the Billboard charts. But since the release of Culture 2, they haven't released a new album. Culture 3 has been promised, but has not been given, and no one at this point is expecting it to honestly happen. Also, the group has been on 3 very different paths, with Offset being married to Cardi B and making solo songs, while others are doing their own thing too. As if all that wasn't enough, Offset is constantly getting in trouble with the law, and his relationship with Cardi B is taking a lot of his time and just trying to stay with her. They've almost been divorced twice now, if you can believe it, and it's very possible that they're not back together anymore because they know that this wasn't going to work out long term, which would be a thing that many many mumble rappers need to realize, and Eminem would happily point out to them. Number 3, Lil Yachty. Listen, just because Eminem doesn't like mumble rap as a whole, that doesn't mean that he hates everyone who's associated with it. That is actually false. He does like 1 or 2 of them, even if he doesn't get why they're famous or why people like their songs. And Lil Yachty is the best example of this. In case you're not familiar with that name, which I doubt, but just in case, hear me out. Lil Yachty is one of the social media rappers, if that's what you want to call him. But basically, he's one of the ones who got their fame first on things like Instagram, and then they boosted themselves to popularity through their music later on. Lil Pump and Sixnine are also other social media rappers who got fame and clout this way. But Lil Yachty actually went on a very different path compared to those 2 guys. He moved to New York, became a fashion model of sorts, networked all over the place, and more. He was actually really smart about it. And then as he started making music, people started liking it and even used it in popular YouTube videos. And then people like DJ Khaled, Chance the Rapper, and more started to pay attention to him. He was really coming up as a kid. Eventually, he became a pretty big name mumble rapper. Of course, not as big as some of the others, but he's still growing right now, so it's cool. But that was enough for Eminem to make a diss of sorts at him. Kind of. Listen and you'll see what I mean. I can see why people like Lil Yachty, but not me though. Not even dissing, it just ain't for me. You see, he's technically not even dissing Lil Yachty, but in his own way he is. Yes, Lil Yachty is a mumble rapper, and Eminem cannot stand that, as we've said so many times in this video already. So he had to put him on the diss list, and he definitely did. However, he did state that he has nothing against the guy personally. He just really doesn't like what he represents. And you know what? That's a big man thing right there. He said, you know what? Listen, I got no beef with Lil Yachty. I just don't mess with what he does. I don't like his music. But I'm sure he's a great guy. That's mature right there if you ask me. And like a true rapper, Lil Yachty did respond to the diss itself, but it's not what you think. LMAO. Me personally, I think it's fire Eminem took a shot at me. I F with Eminem. If you can't tell, this is him basically taking the diss in stride and says he's alright with it, even going so far as to note that if Eminem wanted to keep coming at him, he'd actually be willing to fight back. You know, if you kept up with the situation, that didn't happen, but it could have. It honestly could have, and it honestly would have been interesting to see how it all played out when the time came, because like we said, Eminem doesn't have beef with Yachty, he just doesn't like his music, and Yachty took the diss on the chin. He took it like a man and he was ready for it. So it really would have been an interesting thing to see had it happened. Number 2, Lil Pump. If you were to make a list of all the mumble rappers in the world and then rank them on the impact they've had on the subgenre, Lil Pump would definitely be near the top. This is a guy who started out rapping at a young age and used his style and flair for controversy to become one of the biggest young rappers around. That doesn't mean he's a good guy, because a lot of his lyrics are very explicit, especially in his team up with Kanye West in the song I Love It. If you guys have heard that, you know the mess that I'm talking about. I mean, that track was just, that was something else. I'm not even gonna get into detail about it. But he is a mumble rapper personified, and so you can bet that Eminem has him in his crosshairs. So in The Ringer, you guessed it, he calls him out. Lil Pump, Lil Xan imitate Lil Wayne. I should aim at everybody in the game. Pick a name. I'm fed up with being humble, and rumor is I'm hungry. I'm sure you heard bumblings. Heard you wanna rumble like an empty stomach. Heard you mumbling, but it's jumbled in mumbo jumbo. So here he's not just calling out Lil Pump and Lil Xan, another mumble rapper who doesn't have as much respect in the game, but that's besides the point. He called them out for being mumble rappers. He's calling them out for not being original with their names, and he's not wrong. A lot of mumble rappers have Lil in their names as if trying to be a part of a group. Eminem even went so far as to reference a low point in his life with his struggling to be good with his own body, as he had an eating disorder back in the day. But he did that to state how low they actually are. That's hard, to diss yourself to diss someone else or bring up a dark part of your life, but that's what makes Eminem Eminem. But here's the big irony. Not only did Lil Pump respond to the diss, he thanked Eminem for it. Yeah, full stop. He said, quote, "I get it, thanks." Now usually this would be where we would compliment Lil Pump on recognizing his faults and saying that he needed to do better with his raps and his persona. And 2020, Lil Pump continually got in trouble, and by the end of 2020 you honestly don't hear about him anymore. I mean, when was the last time you heard anything about Lil Pump? Honestly, let me know in the comments, when was the last time you heard someone go, "Hey yo, you hear Lil Pump's dropping?" You heard that that new Lil Pump single? Dude, I haven't heard anything. You don't hear about them after they get that meteoric rise because they burn out fast. It just happens. Number 1, calling out all the mumble rappers. But the rappers we've mentioned so far are not the only ones he's dissed. In his song Lucky You, he made sure he didn't just take a shot at singular mumble rappers, he took a major shot at the whole genre. Because why not when he feels he can do it? It's Eminem after all. That's Slim Shady, baby. He does whatever he wants. Hatata batata, why don't we make a bunch of effing songs about nothing and mumble? And F it, I'm going for the jugulars. Is a circus, you clowns that are coming up. Don't give an ounce of a mother F about the ones that were here before you to make raps. It's recap. Now look, I understand you might look at this and think this is just a blanket statement, but it really is Eminem speaking from his heart and calling out the new generation of rappers because they're not doing anything, or at the very least not doing anything significant. They're just reveling in their own filth and faux glory and painting themselves as, quote, the best, even though they don't even qualify for that. I mean, they all doing the same thing, saying the same stuff. There is no originality in it, at least not for Eminem. M may be at the end of his career, as many are noting after listening to Side B, but he still believes in what rap can be and what it should be. It should be a vocal ground for powerful stories about their lives and what they can do to change things. Instead, it's become a place flooded with basic lyrics, dumb kids trying to act tough, and forgetting what came before them. And as long as Eminem is alive, I guarantee you, I'll bet on it right now, he's not gonna stop fighting for what he believes is the purest form of this genre. And there you go, everyone, a look at Eminem and how he's gone after mumble rappers big and small in multiple albums over recent years.